Nahid, can I ask you the importance of language in Kathak? Surya doesn't speak either Hindi or Urdu. How important do you feel it is that she learns the language?
I think it's incomplete, really, without learning to speak our own, either Hindi or Urdu, because of the problem she'll face later on. If she really thinks of taking it up seriously, then she will have to understand the wordings of the songs, of the bhajans, of the tumris. She'll have to go into the depth of them. And unless she knows the language, it's going to be, I'm afraid, very difficult. And it helps for the recitation of tukras also, toras, the rhythmic patterns. Like ta, thai, dig, dig, thai, ti, dha, dig, dig, thai. If you're reciting a tukra or a tora or a song, you cannot sound as if you're not familiar with the language. You have to be really precise and good at it. So the relationship and the whole tradition and the whole way of thinking changes if you are steeped in that culture. The environment is very important to help you, the inspiration. Now, if you want to know the historical background, how they used to live, where they used to live, you have nothing to go to over here. You have got temples over there to go and feel the feeling of it inside. The quietness, the stillness might inspire you, and the feeling of looking at Taj Mahal. It's a totally different feeling, you know.
To trace the movements of the country's dance heritage, one needs to go back centuries to the days when the dancers were the handmaidens of the gods. And later, in the palaces and courts of the great empires, they held an equally respectful place as special entertainers.
The word Kathak means a storyteller. Now, it goes back to thousands of years. It was a folk dance, and gradually it took a shape of slightly sophisticated form, like slightly intricate. And then in the 16th and 17th century, when the Mughal emperors came in power, they brought it in the courts. So there was slight change in the costume also. But it very much remained a storytelling thing. In other words, whatever you dance, you're telling some kind of story. Before that, it was done in the temples, and the costume was different. It used to be up to covering the feet, and a choli, small choli. Choli is a small blouse, and a long chunni or a dupatta, like this.
Do you think the movements in Kathak are much nicer than they're portrayed in films?
Oh my God. Dance in Indian films, where the ruination of all classical dance forms started. Unfortunately, that is one reason my father was so much against. What he saw was the film dance again. And he said, no, if this is dance, my daughter is not going to learn dance. And the unfortunate thing is that parents see the films, Indian films, and whatever little dance, whatever form they do, whatever, I don't know what they do, they see, the parents just are put off, and that is nowhere near the real classical art form, whether it's Bharatanatyam, whether it's Kathak, whether it's Odissi, whether it's Kuchipudi. It's nothing like pure dance.
Would you ever appear in a film and do a dance if you were asked?
Of course, I would love to. I would love to, provided it's the way I want. It's done the way I want, provided they stick to the true traditions. 25 years ago, when my guru was a performer in Calcutta, and when he was learning from India, from Achan Maharaj, he was doing things which were much simpler than what he sees today in Kathak. Simpler in the sense that they were not intricate as now. What Kathak, the shape Kathak has taken now, is very advanced in rhythmic structure, in its expressional aspect. It has gone very far. The ritual to dress up, make up, everything is very, very important. The whole, as I said, you have to be prepared for being someone different, for a totally different character, really, because you're no more Nahid or whoever. Kathak was a very much chamber art. It was for small gatherings. The makeup, it is not a theatre thing. It is not meant for theatres. Now we have brought it into theatres. You can't help it because we want more people to see it. I would say before Mughal period, the importance to make up face wasn't given that much, because there was no lipsticks or powders of this kind, but betel leaf for to redden your lips, and kohl for your eyes, henna for your hands, just to make it more attractive. I must mention Durga Lal here, because he was recently here. I had never met him before, and I just did a number with him, a little experiment, which I just would not forget, because I've never experienced such a thing.